and the test was like already showing up like instantly, and my heart literally dropped. It starts racing. I like start instantly crying. I'm like shaking. What's going on? Welcome to the podcast. My name's Ava.
And I'm JJ. Okay, we're leaving that in.
Oh shit!
At my expense.
Oh shit! That's so funny. I never laughed so hard.
Why?
Holy fuck!
All right.
Welcome to our podcast.
Today we're going to be going over our story on becoming teen parents at a very young age. You could call it 19, and I was 20 at the time. And we just decided to make this podcast so we could share a little bit into our lives and how it's going, how it was, and where it takes us. We have a 6-month-old baby boy. His name's Elijah. And today we're just going to be going over our entire finding out and up until the present and in future videos, how it's going. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. We're going to get started now. So let's start off with the backstory.
Okay, so
you were in school when we found out.
I was in cosmetology school. I had graduated already.
Yeah, I was working.
Where were you working?
I was in the IRS. I was working in the IRS.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was in the IRS, and I was just living at your mom's house.
Yeah, we were living at my mom's house. You were working. I was in cosmetology school, not even halfway done with it.
Yeah.
Was I halfway done? No.
No. You weren't even halfway through the school. Well, like 13-month program.
I don't remember.
It was 9 like 13
months. 9 months, I think.
I thought it was 13
no,
months.
No, it wasn't even a year.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
No, 9 months. 9 or 10.
So you're in school. I'm working from home. I'd been working from home for a little under a year, maybe.
Yeah.
A little under a year. I had about...
You had a lot of money saved up.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, I had like...
Before we moved out, you did have a lot saved up.
I had a good amount saved up.
Yeah.
So we were definitely prepared, thankfully.
Yeah. I know I wanted a baby. I had always said that, but it was more of not convincing, but like I would always just kind of mess around and mention it, and you would just kind of like, oh my God, shut up.
Yeah.
But then it finally happened. I guess I was just manifesting it all this time.
Yeah, you're just a manifester.
Yeah, because everything I could ever think of, it came true.
She gets what she wants.
Yeah. Anyways, I had always wanted to be a mom. I literally thought about it all the time. Don't know why. I just wanted to and felt like I don't know. I just needed to be a mom. And I was right because it's awesome. We knew what could have happened. It wasn't fully an accident. Like, I wanted it more than him at the time, and he was just kind of messing around, I guess. And it just kind of happened, like literally the first time. So
yeah, it did happen. That was a thing that did happen.
So yeah, let's go to whenever you found out and I found out.
So yeah, so let's go over you found out, because you found out first, obviously.
Yeah. So I literally had been avoiding taking a test like forever. Like, I just had this feeling. I was like, in previous times, I had always like tested immediately any kind of suspicion. I had always tested and like didn't care. I wasn't nervous. So I was just like test all the time. And this particular time, I like was doing anything to avoid testing.
She wasn't on birth control, by the way.
Yeah, no. I literally did not want to test. Like, my friends even like bought tests and they were like, take this, and I would not. I don't know why, which it was so unlike me to not take it.
Really?
Yes.
Your friends bought you tests?
Yes.
Are you fucking serious?
For her, but...
Oh, but she had one?
Yeah, she wanted me to do it with her, and it would have been positive if I took it that day.
At school?
No.
Oh.
At her house.
Oh. Who?
But, yeah. I literally did not want to take it, and I don't know. Just something told me.
So you knew.
Yes.
So you knew.
Something told me you are pregnant.
No, you knew.
I knew.
Your body knew, and it was communicating with you.
Yes. And I literally waited. I don't know why I decided to test, but I was at school, and I came home for my lunch break. So like 11 o'clock in the day, and I had to go back to school after. And it was a day before my missed period. I was like cramping, so I was like, I'm about to start my period. Let me just go ahead and test. I've been avoiding it this whole time. Let me just do it so I can stop thinking about it.
In the bathroom?
Yes, in the bathroom at the house.
Okay.
And when I finally took the test, I literally peed on it, or peed in the little cup, because it was the Dollar General $1 dropper one. And I dropped it on the test. I literally like looked away for a second. I looked back, and the test was like already showing up like instantly, and my heart literally dropped. It starts racing. I like start instantly crying. I'm like shaking. And like I immediately called my friend Paisley, because like I had been telling her I was concerned or whatever, and like scared to take a test, and I finally did, and it was positive. And I just showed it to her, and she was like, "Oh my God, it's gonna be okay." Like she was like freaking out too. Yeah. And then JJ, I don't even know.
I was on break.
Yeah, you were on break.
I got on break.
He heard me in the bathroom, and I don't know. I probably wouldn't. I don't know what I would have done if he didn't walk in the bathroom, honestly.
What the fuck would you have done?
I don't know. I'm glad you walked in the bathroom, though, because...
He was just not about to tell me.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly.
No, I walk in, I'm like, what are you doing?
I hung
and she's
up
over
the
there
phone,
like...
Yeah. I was literally, like, blank-faced.
She was like...
I was, like, shaking, like...
I was like, oh my God. You know that feeling, if you are familiar with lucid dreaming, you know that feeling of just or like disassociation or something like that, where you just completely go blank, and it's just like derealization.
Yeah, you're like, hold up.
Like derealization to the max.
Dissociate. You're just like, whoa.
Yeah, instantly like, okay, this isn't real. Instantly. I was like, okay. And if you're into dreaming, like lucid dreaming and stuff, you know, like you have like these certain things you look for in reality, so you can do a reality check. If you've ever watched Inception, you know, where they spin the top.
Yeah.
Basically, I have one of those things, and it helps you lucid dream. Off topic, but very on topic, because I thought I was dreaming. Genuinely.
I was like getting a little concerned for a second, because he instantly like ignored me. And like went and laid in the bed and started pinching himself. I was like, oh fuck, he's fucked up. Like,
no, it's a true story. I was like, okay, don't panic.
Panicking.
This is a dream, and I'm gonna wake up soon.
No, like, he was freaking me out, genuinely.
Because
I was like, he's gonna turn.
This is when
like,
I was getting
psychotic.
super into like lucid dreaming and stuff, and I was like, okay, this is like normal. This happens all the time, when I could just start controlling my dream any second now.
So freaking weird.
No, this is just how reality works with the dream state.
Yeah.
So it was a possibility. Like, that's how, that's how it, off topic. Anyways, I go in bed. I start laying down how I usually lay down in bed. And I start pinching myself and kind of like glitching out. And then eventually, nothing's happening. So, and I'm on a 15-minute break at work, so I have to start preparing to enter the workforce again.
Yeah.
Go back into my office and clock back in. And, yeah. I never woke up yet. It's like Inception, where they spin the top and then you just walk away because you don't care. This is reality.
Yeah. What it's
anyways,
like now.
pretty sick.
Yeah, so I guess I had to go back to school too.
Oh
And
yeah.
I didn't tell any of my friends, which I don't even know why I did that. I like was you could tell I was crying. I just like kept my head down. I like didn't talk to them. I was like, I don't know. I guess because you're supposed to wait a certain amount of time, and I was like
Yeah.
trying to do that. I guess.
Yeah, anyways, I was like 20. I'm at my computer like 24/7 at this point.
Mhm.
And at the time I was playing a lot of League of Legends and I just couldn't even play games anymore. Like something about it, I would just be playing these games and I would just be like, gaming is like an escapism. Like every time you're playing games, you're escaping to a certain degree. But this was a type of escapism that it's like so blatant and like in your face, something like so serious that you can't ignore. So the whole time I'm playing League
You're
or
just like
like
fuck,
Dark
fuck,
and
fuck.
Darker,
I have
I'm
to think about
literally just
this.
like, fuck, the escapism is not even working. Like,
Yeah.
there's no running from this shit.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I I was just shocked. I like literally knew I was pregnant, but like I didn't obviously know, but like I was feeling kind of weird and anxious about it prior to finding out. But like I was happy. I was getting excited and stuff. Like I don't know. I was just worried about my mental health, I guess, like cuz I always thought like when I found out I would be like a snap into a different reality and I would like freak out, but I really was fine. Like it just was so normal. So,
Yeah, I was fine.
it took you a little bit to sit in it on your own before you like consoled me or like asked how I was doing or like before we came together. Like we kind of had to
Yeah,
have our
a
little separate
while.
time. Yeah.
It was a while. Because I didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, you didn't even process it. You still don't really, but
How could I not process it now?
I mean, you do obviously, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I told so you told Paisley first. I was next.
Mhm.
And then who was the next person to know? Was it my friends?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I told anyone else for a couple days. I think I waited like 2 or 3 days to tell my parents.
Ben was the first person that I told.
Yeah, you hopped on the game. Hey, I just found out he was pregnant.
I had to tell someone.
What did he say?
Actually, the first day I found out, I didn't tell anyone.
Yes, you did. I swear to God, you did.
The first day I was on the call.
Oh yeah, you were at work.
Yeah, I was on the
Yeah.
call and I was like, I'm pretty sure I talked to them and I was just like, didn't say anything. And the next day after, like,
You're like, I had to tell somebody.
yeah, I was like, I have to. I can't do
because
this.
I think we were talking about like waiting to tell certain people, and you were like, I couldn't wait or something.
Yeah,
like
I just had to
that.
tell Ben.
Yeah.
He was just on the
God,
call.
that's so long ago. I can't believe how long ago that
That was
really
a year
is.
ago.
Yeah, more than that.
Oh wait, it was.
We
more
found
than...
out what he was a year ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a really long time.
Yeah, Ben was the first person that I told, and then like shortly after, like James, and then like Conrad.
What was their reactions?
They were like shocked.
Yeah.
They were shocked.
Because not many 20-year-olds have kids. Like, nobody that I know has a kid, really. Well, I guess one person, but...
I think one of them, I have an idea of who it was, but I'm not going to say it because I'm not confident. I think one of them was like, are you keeping it?
Are you keeping it? I mean...
Valid question.
Yeah.
Valid question for someone this young.
Yeah, for real.
That shit was funny, though.
That was funny.
That shit was funny as hell.
Oh, yeah, my parents.
Yeah.
I told my parents about, 2 days later? I made a little gift basket. So, it wasn't, surprisingly, it wasn't really a surprise to them or a shock. Like, they didn't really care because he had lived with me for, how long were you living with me? A year?
October of 23.
Well, yeah, you were living with me for a long time, and
about a year.
Yeah, about a year, and we had already been together a few years. So like when I told them, I made a little gift basket that just had the digital pregnancy test, said pregnant, in a little green onesie from Target and a little basket from Target. And I just walked out there. I don't know, like,
You had to get your dad out of bed.
yeah, I had to get him out of bed because my mom and sister were already in the living room.
They knew.
I know. No, my dad knew as soon as I said, go to the kitchen. And then
They all knew.
they literally all collectively, I was like, I'll be right back. And they were all laughing when I came in there. I had the basket behind my back. And I was just like, they were like not even surprised. My mom had her phone recording. And she was like, I don't even know. They literally didn't even hardly give me a reaction, honestly. Were you standing there? Oh, I had to drag JJ by his damn...
I was waiting for you to say that.
I had to drag him by his damn ear out there. He was like, please don't make me. Like, do not make me. But, yeah, they really didn't even care. They were like, I'm surprised it wasn't sooner. Because, I mean, we've been together and sleeping over since we were 15 years old. I was 15 and you were 16. We had been sleeping over together. So they were like, I'm surprised it took this long. That's what my dad said. I was like, okay, well, guess y'all are supportive. But they really didn't care. They were excited. My mom was literally the next day sending me pictures of baby clothes. Like, look what we got. And now it's so funny because he literally wears that outfit all the time.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. I think about that all the time. It's like such a cute little jumper. And I just think about how that's literally the first thing she bought him, like right after I told her.
Yeah.
And he wears that all the time. I'm just like, oh my God, so crazy.
Yeah. No one else really had any crazy. Oh, when I told my when we were at my grandma's house.
Oh yeah.
After I told my mom and
I told his mom.
I was on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh my God!" But
Yeah.
and then I called my dad, and then the first time I got a reaction that wasn't your parents was Grandma and Chase,
Yeah.
my brother, younger brother.
This is so weird. I don't even hardly remember all these little details.
Really?
Yes, I don't remember your grandma really. I remember Chase, like, because he guessed.
Yeah.
He was like, she pregnant. So
I was like, what did I say? I was like,
guess what?
Guess what? And then Chase was like, Ava's pregnant.
What'd your grandma say? She was like, what?
Like, what? What?
Yeah, and then you were like, she's only 9 weeks or something like that. Yeah.
And that was it. Pretty much all the reactions that I can remember that were.
And then I told my friends at school a little bit later. I don't remember how long I waited, but they were so excited and they all guessed that he was a boy, and I brought them gender cookies and everything. So that was fun. But
I forgot about the gender cookies.
Yeah, that's a whole fucking other story. Anyway.
Pregnancy experience. So you're now pregnant. Going to appointments.
Yeah, so I was, still in cosmetology school, and a lot of people are sick in their first trimester. And if you know anything about cosmetology school or any trade school, you only have a certain amount of hours or days you can miss until you're kicked out of the program, pretty much. And I was like so scared that I would be sick, but I did not throw up once during my pregnancy. I was not sick literally at all. I mean, I didn't like certain foods, but I wasn't like anywhere near throwing up or anything, like, because I'm so scared of throw up. And I was terrified of that. Like, being pregnant and throwing up, like, I was always so scared of that. But I didn't get sick, surprisingly.
Which has to do with both of our prenatal healths.
Yes, I took prenatals even before I got pregnant because I don't even know why. But
hair, nails,
yeah,
skin.
yeah. I had some I bought a while back just for, like, my hair to grow or something. And I was taking them, like, a couple weeks before, I think, I conceived. So... But yeah, I didn't get sick at all. My pregnancy was really good, like, the whole time. Like, I was pretty active, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I went to the gym a handful of times. Like,
I see
not
pregnant
all the
people
time.
at the gym. I be seeing them at
Really?
the gym, like
Yeah.
pregnant AF.
I wish I would have went more, but I feel like I did enough.
It's all right.
Like,
That's not that serious.
yeah, we would go on walks all the time. Like, I did some at home stuff.
Yoga
Like,
ball.
yeah, I did a lot of like meditation stuff like that. So I feel like I had a really good mental space the whole time, and my physical health. I like tried to eat pretty healthy and stuff too, but I had to have my cravings every once in a while. But
Yeah. And let's talk about the first appointment.
okay, oh yeah. What was
Was it the
I?
ultrasound?
Yes, that was the first appointment. I was, what was I? 9 weeks? I was pretty far along. I was 9 weeks and like 6 days. I was almost 10 weeks. And um I don't even know. I was still in shock at this point pretty much. Like
Yeah.
I was still like not really
The shock
knowing.
was stacking on top of the shock once you see it in the ultrasound.
Yeah. So I was just kind of laying there like I don't even know what I was thinking, honestly. I was excited. I was nervous.
I was nauseous.
Yeah. I I was pretty excited though. But yeah, you tell you tell your point of view.
I was just nauseous. That's it. Nothing else.
And when you saw the ultrasound, you were like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I was getting dizzy.
Yeah, because
I don't know why. I was just getting dizzy.
I think it's because you just right there you realize that this is like an actual baby,
Yeah.
like an actual
Like
person
a little alien boy.
growing in my stomach.
Little alien boy.
Yeah, he waved at us too. It was like I was
like,
surprised how big he was, like in the
yeah.
ultrasound.
And then we got the gender spoiled.
Oh my god, I was literally about to say that.
I mean, that's the only other notable thing about any of the appointments or pregnancy.
Yeah, but that was not even at an OB appointment.
I know. I was
My
about to
mom
lead
did that.
into.
Oh, okay.
Her mom works at the hospital, and we went in there and got a little black market, a black market
Ultrasound.
ultrasound, and we saw a penis.
Yeah, my heart dropped. I was like, no, no, because
No.
we thought it was a girl, and I wouldn't necessarily say that I wanted a girl, but I kind of did, like, just because I had like thought that's what it was, and I imagined that more than a boy for some reason. But now I like.
Because you have no idea. It's just 50-50.
Yeah, so I just like got my mind set to one thing, and we already had a girl name picked out, so I think that's really the main reason too. Like it was just easier to imagine a girl because
Yeah.
we knew a name already.
Yeah.
But golly, it took us so long to figure out his name. But anyway.
And let's get into birth and labor/delivery.
I feel like that is too complex. Like that
That's
needs
too
to be a
much.
whole nother thing. We
Okay,
can touch
birth-
on it. We can touch
Birth
on it.
story on another video.
Yeah, but we can touch on it.
We could do a birth story in another video.
Yeah.
Birth story in another video. That's too intense. That's like a war story.
Yeah.
It's like Vietnam. Like we don't gotta go there today.
Yeah, that's a little much.
So I'll give it the TLDR. So we're sleeping, and all of a sudden, she's like, "Oh shit, I'm having contractions." Fast forward 4 hours later or some shit. It's like, okay, this is real. I'm over here getting my music. I'm pumped up in my office, blasting music and shit, getting ready to go to war. And her mom
To watch war.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to war too. We both were having like no sleep.
Yeah, true.
I was like, oh my god, I was sleeping in between.
I was in my own little world. I wasn't even worried about what she was doing.
Yeah, I was over there bumping.
Yeah.
And her mom came over. She
was freaked out. She was like, "We gotta go to the hospital right now. Let's just go."
Yeah, so we went to the hospital.
I wanted to wait longer, but.
And they sent us back because she wasn't far long enough. Fast
3
forward.
centimeters.
Yeah, 3 centimeters. Fast forward, we go back, and then she just goes into labor, starts laboring forever, and then has the baby, and his cord's wrapped around his neck. I'm like, shit.
Oh, God.
9 months down the drain. We're going to have to do all this shit again. He did. And
that was scary.
Doctor over here juggling the scissors, and he snaps the cord, he cuts the cord, and everything's chill. And then we have a baby.
Yep.
And yeah, he came out all pasty and shit, and had like hella paramedics in the room, and because she had a natural birth, which
Yeah.
is why the birth story gets even crazier.
Yeah.
The birth
I
story
think
gets.
y'all will want to hear this.
Yeah, you guys gonna have to stick around for these next couple. We might do the birth story next. Honestly, that shit's gnarly.
Honestly, yeah.
So stick around for that.
If
So
they do
yeah,
that also.
we take him home. First.
No, you got to talk about what you felt when you saw him
Oh, yeah.
for the first time.
I'm over here holding this little alien boy.
You didn't hold him until later.
Well, that's the birth story video. You're getting
Oh,
into the
okay,
birth story
okay,
video.
okay.
So yeah, so I'm holding him. I'm like, I made this.
Yeah.
We made this.
So I don't even know when it clicked for me. I think when we were already settled in labor and delivery, or in the mother suite, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Like that's when it kind of hit me. Like
that's the only part I can really remember.
Yeah, because I feel like I had so much like adrenaline. Like when they put him on my chest, I was like still so shocked on like what had just happened.
Yeah, your pupils were like this big.
Yeah, like I like honestly didn't like cry or anything until like we were all settled in the maternity room, like or the afterbirth room, whatever the hell it's called. Like, and then I kind of like realized, I'm like, oh my God. Like I had that moment like later on, you know?
Yeah.
But
yeah, just holding him and then laying him on my chest.
yeah.
And just feeling like his warmth.
Oh my God, I remember it like yesterday.
I know.
Oh
Just feeling his warmth. I'm just like, this is my son. This is the craziest shit ever.
Yeah. He's our angel.
Yeah. It's crazy. He has teeth coming through his gums now.
Yeah. Like, that's so weird. I'm literally tearing up talking about him. Like, ugh.
I know, it's so weird. So yeah. Fast forward, we have the Duna
Duna car seat?
The Duna car seat. I have to get this shit, and we strap him up, newborn, and we pull out the hospital. Just walking out the hospital with this new thing, like this new toy.
We're like, what do we do now?
And then I put him in the car seat because they have to like make sure you're all good to go in the car before you leave the hospital or some weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about the labor and delivery has to be another video.
Yeah, that's too much.
So that's a time cut that y'all gonna have to tune in later. So we get in the car and I'm like, what is his first song gonna be? I click shuffle. This is very important to me.
Yeah, he's all about music.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was supposed to be Igor's theme when he was coming out the hole, but too much shit was going on.
We ain't got time for Igor.
Yeah. And so I click shuffle, and Chlorine comes on by 21 Pilots.
It's meant to be.
Straight chlorine.
I love that song.
Yeah, so that was his first song driving home down the damn road. And then we get home. What do we do?
Honestly, it's a blur to me.
I don't even remember.
I don't either.
So the next section I have is adjusting to daily life.
It just kind of happened. Like,
I don't even remember that shit.
It took a while. Not really. I feel like it took me a minute to kind of get the groove of like making things the most convenient, because I was like getting up to change his diaper at the changing table when I could have just been changing it in the bed. Like, it took me a minute to kind of get the hang of it.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, it's all kind of a blur. It just happened so, like, seamlessly, I feel like. It doesn't really stand out that much.
Yeah, you had a crazy nesting phase. So it was kind of just
it was
like
all set
everything
up
was
already.
set up.
Yeah.
And it was kind of seamless, honestly.
Yeah. He took off work for, what, 6 weeks?
Oh, yeah, I was off.
I literally forget about
I forgot. I wasn't working for
It's a blur, y'all. Yeah.
I forgot I wasn't working, and that ended up blowing a lot of money based off of, like, having bills. Yes. Having
I'm not even aware. I was still on my baby
month
bubble.
and a half. So that's about like $4,500 in expenses with no income. So the income minus the expenses is like literally $9K.
Oh, damn.
Of opportunity costs plus expenses. So I'm $9K down the drain during this period of like his newborn stage and getting everything in the groove.
You went back when he was like 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely hurt being off work because I didn't get paid for any of that.
You
But it was worth
enjoyed that
it.
time.
It was
Yeah.
worth it.
I honestly, he did that so in case I needed the help. But girl, I was up doing my own thing. Like, I swear to God, the next day.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
wasn't doing shit.
You're
I'm
like,
just
what am I
spectating.
here for? Yeah.
I'm just having a free vacation.
For real. Spending time with the baby. I did not need no help. I was fine.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
You were up and at it after he came out.
Yeah, literally.
All the nurses and doctors were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So yeah, the money hurt. You're out of school at this point, right?
Yeah, I had been graduated. I got out in June.
Yeah, so you're out of school. I'm just working. Oh, yeah, we moved out.
We bought a house.
We bought a house.
Yeah.
We bought a house.
I forgot we were supposed to say that.
Yeah.
We don't live with my parents no more.
Yeah, no.
We moved out when I was right before I found out the gender, so I think 2 months pregnant.
Yeah. So we bought the house.
May 10th or something.
I had a lot saved up.
Yeah.
So it was like a great time, perfect timing. And we're coming up on a year on this house now. And yeah. So we're just parents now. We get called mama and dada.
Yeah, he calls us mama and dada. It's so freaking sweet.
We're just some jits.
It's like, I don't even feel like that though.
I know.
Like, it's so weird.
I'm
I
21.
forget I'm supposed to be 20 years old.
I'm 21 and you're 20. I'm like,
yeah.
He's
I don't know, but just know that 20 and 21 looks a whole lot different for us than the average 20 and 21-year-old. Like, it just feels like we're average 30-year-old parents, like, chilling, doing our own thing. Like, it's natural. Like, it's just, it's crazy.
It is natural.
Yeah.
It's just weird when you put it in perspective of, like, society.
Yeah, of, like, actually how young you are. Like, nobody, like, does that. And it's like, you're supposed to be doing this at that age. But, like...
Which is total bullshit.
I know. It used to be way more normalized to have kids young back in the day. Like,
yeah, I think we'll go into, like, on our relationship videos and, like, our life videos.
Yeah.
We'll go into, like, traditionalism versus modernism.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're very traditional.
Yes, very.
Like, rewind it, like, 100 years back on the clock, and that's basically how we live.
Yes.
Y'all
would love to hear that.
That's a separate video.
Yeah.
I
think that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
We're just living life now with our sweet baby big boy. He's not
that shit happens so fast.
Yeah. Before my eyes. It's like the weirdest thing.
A year ago, I was some fucking immature ass. I mean,
not really, but
I just feel so much more mature now.
Well, yeah, you've had a lot of growing up to do in the last year. I mean, a baby will do that to you.
I just feel like I was such a, like, had no care in the world. I had no care in the world, and then a year, I'm like...
Yeah, I feel like having him has been, like, no mental change. Like, I feel like it's just, like, exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Because you've been living in this for the past 10 years.
I know. Yeah.
You don't understand. This motherfucker has been living in this moment for her whole half of her life.
Yeah. Like, half of our relationship.
She's been thinking that she's been living in this.
Yes.
In the past.
Like, literally just dreaming. And now it's just
And now
here.
you're just in the present.
Yes.
Before, you used to have such a trouble living in the present because you were always thinking of manifesting, dreaming in here. Yeah. But now that we're here, you're in the present.
Yeah.
So fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird. But do we have any messages to the young parents or any aspiring parents?
I don't know. It's kind of...
I have a message.
Okay, go ahead.
Fuck society. Mr. Robot.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck society.
I feel like...
Do what you want.
Yeah, do what you want. If your circumstance lines up to where you are young and you are able to have a child, do it. Don't not do it because of society or people are telling you not to because you're going to ruin your life because you're young. That's not true. But
Don't listen to anyone that you wouldn't switch places with. When you
exactly.
hear all the haters, when you hear the hate, if you would switch places with that person, then you should probably listen to that with a few grains of salt. But if you wouldn't switch places with them, then you should just throw it out the window, because why would you take advice from someone that you don't want to be like?
Yeah.
That's pretty much that's all I would say.
Yeah. So I would just say if you want to do it and it's smart to do it, do it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's the best thing ever.
It's like delayed gratification plus a little sprinkle of compound interest. If you if you know that song "The Beautiful Boy" by John Lennon, like one of my favorite songs now.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about how he can't wait to see you come of age, and that's so true. While also being in the present is like the best, but at the same time, seeing him come of age is like the delayed gratification of having a kid. Just because having a kid takes so long, and it takes so long for them to become like a developed person
Yeah.
that you can actually like interact with, love, appreciate, and form a connection with. This shit takes a long time.
Yeah.
So if it's something that you can do, it's kind of like investing, putting that energy into the present, and then kind of reaping the rewards in the future. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. He's great.
Fucking awesome though.
Yeah.
Love being a parent.
Yeah. It's like, I can't even explain it. Like, it's the best love you will ever experience. Like, it's literally like no other. Like, when they say that, I honestly didn't know what they were talking about. I like could think about it, be like, okay, yes, you love them more than anything. But now that I experience it, you really cannot explain it. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's so wild to me.
But that's gonna be it for this video. Next video is probably gonna be about the birth story.
Yeah, birth story. Yeah.
We got to get that out of the way.
Yeah, it's not too long, but
it's not too long. It'll be short.
Yeah.
It probably won't even be like it'll be like this style.
Yeah.
But it'll be like a shorter video. You don't want to miss that.
Yeah, it's pretty cray-cray.
It's pretty crazy.
Normally people like to hear like natural birth stories because it's not common nowadays. So
the natural birth stories are like war.
The interesting ones.
It's like mental and physical war.
And I'll go into how I like prepared for all that too.
Yeah, so don't miss it. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you thought about the video, anything you want to see in the future, any questions. And I thank you so much for making it to the end of the video.
Ooh, maybe like some video ideas that we could talk about.
Video ideas.
That would be cool. Yeah.
But anyways, peace.
Bye.